Aries, we're going to do a reading for you. This is for the current energies, so take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you being a part of my channel. And if you appreciate what I do here, hit that like button. Ooh, the cards want to flip out. I think I'm ready to put the cards down for you, Aries. So let's see what's coming up for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for these messages for all my Aries today. So the first card we have coming up is the Page of Wands reverse. So maybe you received some news, possibly around work or something that you are doing that just doesn't make you feel so good. It's funny. I almost feel like with this, you are given an assignment that you're just like, oh my God, I didn't want to have to do this, right? So if you are given some work to do, just push through it, because that's the energy of this Knight of Pentacles. It's about sometimes you got to do the grunt work in order to get through. So I feel like when it comes to work, maybe you're asked to do something, oh, it's just not really what you want. But that's okay. You know, just push through it. You'll be all right this week. All right, let's see what else is going on in the world of my Aries. So Aries, I feel as if, you know, there's a situation you are dealing with. In the recent past, I do have the Tower. So something came crashing down, maybe created a big shift. Maybe, you know, whatever it was, had to do something around work. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe, you know, you wanted to get a job and you didn't get the job. You know, the news with this Page of Wands coming up reversed is not positive, because usually it's news that we don't really want to hear. But, you know, at the base of what's going on in your world, I mean, you're holding on to hope. So all is not lost, right? But let's see what else is going on for you, Aries. Now, what's sitting above you is the Judgment card reversed. You know, I think you do want to go back and repeat, you know, ways that just kind of got you by. If you have been really struggling when it comes to work and finding work and making ends meet, you know, stay optimistic, because I feel as if a cycle is about to end. And I think you're starting to see that, you know, you don't want to go backwards. You want to move forwards. You know, so to just get a job, just to get a job, I feel like that's just not feeling good to you. So I feel as if, you know, you are going to start moving in another direction, Aries, that's more fulfilling, especially when it comes to your work. And sometimes, you know, we have to be reminded of, you know, I don't want to stay in this comfort zone. Maybe I need to take a chance. And I feel like taking a chance is exactly what you need to be doing right now. This is a very important year for Aries, all right? Aries is in the North Node, so your destiny is in front of you. So yeah, you know, just let these shifts and changes happen. When a tower comes down, you know, there was an energy where, you know, it wasn't very stable to begin with. So whatever this situation was, it wasn't going to hold you in the long haul. You know, when we plant our roots, we plant them deep and we want to grow slow. And I feel as if there was some situation that you were involved in, you know, that just didn't have the potential for a long-term outcome. So, you know, down came that tower. The good news about the tower is that it's very immediate. You know, it happens, it hits, it's done, it's over, and now we got to move on. The shift has happened, right? And in doing so, I feel as if it's going to push you in a direction that you need to move in. Now, this is the Eight of Wands. And again, you know, this is almost holding back, like, I don't know if I really want to pursue what it is that's really calling me to do. But you know, this one, I want to point out that all of these arrows are pointing to the center here. You know, what it is you really want. And I believe it's Abraham Hicks says that, you know, the Eight of Wands is shooting your arrows of desire into the air and, you know, making your mark. So I feel as if, you know, it's time for you to not hold back and really send those arrows out in the direction you really want to. So this card is saying, you know, you've been holding back and it's time for you to move on. All right. And I feel like, you know, you are. Here we have the Six of Swords. I feel as if you are finally landing into a place that's going to bring you some balance. All right. So in that kind of regard, I feel like Aries, whatever recently happened to you, this shift, this change, whatever it was pulling you out of, whether you even realized it or not, a very tumultuous energy. Because when I see the Six of Swords, this is you getting out of these troubled waters and moving towards something that is more grounded and solid and peaceful in your life. And here above it, we have this Justice card. So I feel as if, you are really seeing the direction you need to move in order to find this balance and this sense of peace that you're kind of looking for. But I feel like, there's an energy around you that's a little toxic. We do have the devil coming out. And I'm wondering whether or not, there's this connection you have, Aries, that you need to really break, all right? And it could be one of these connections, whether you are involved with somebody legally, that maybe you need to take some legal action in order to break away from this energy. I mean, I feel like somebody's got a little bit of power and control over you. And I don't like that, because I feel as if, you know what you need to do in order to come into balance and, release some of this anxiety that you've been feeling. And, you have some anxiety here because we've got the Nine of Swords coming up reverse. So I feel like, you need to break away from whatever it is that's holding you back. Maybe you have some kind of an addiction, and this is keeping you from really moving forward in the direction you really want to go in. Maybe, you are connected to somebody who is a bit toxic and you just don't want to hear it anymore. Maybe somebody keeps telling you what you need to do in order to change and you don't want to hear it. You're an Aries. Aries doesn't want to hear it. So I feel as if, there is this shift that needs to happen within you even, that will bring you more into a sense of balance. But there's a big cycle about to end for you, Aries. I'm really feeling that. And this Nine of Swords as your final outcome this week is saying, I'm going to break away from this connection, this toxic energy, whether this is a true addiction, a person, even a workplace, that is not good for you, because I think you are seeking balance here. And I think you know exactly what it is that you need to do in order to get there. So it's going to require you really making a move and, really pulling yourself out of a dark situation into something that's a little lighter. Do not be afraid to open up. I mean, the Eight of Wands is about communicating. Perhaps you need to really say something that's been on your mind to this person, this energy, or even to yourself. But you need to really, verbalize it, really get it out, really look at yourself in the mirror and say, I want my life to change. I want to move towards a place that's more in balance. And if this person or this thing or this situation is holding me back, I need to release it, because I no longer want to be in this place of anxiety where I'm worried and I'm stressed and things aren't working right. So I feel as if this is a very powerful time for you. And it's truly a time where, you just need to hold on to that wish, that hope that you really want. This is at the root of what's going on with you, Aries. So I feel as if this star quality that you are holding on to, hope, that's what's going to get you to this place of peace and calm. And whatever it is that you need to do in order to get to this place of balance, do it, all right? Take the chance. I mean, the worst is already hit. So now it's time to pick up these pieces, look what doesn't belong, leave it behind, and move forward with a clear sense of direction, all right? So whatever this toxic devil energy is, let's let it go once and for all. It's holding you back from what you really want. So let's deal with it however we have to deal with it. And like I said, with the Justice card, there could be, some legal issues that you need to do in order to break away from this connection or with this situation. Do what you got to do, all right? Because I feel as if that's what's going to be really good for you. And if you've got to really say something, Aries, spit it out, all right? Let people know where you stand. Let people know how you are feeling and what's going on around you. So that's what I've got for you, Aries. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. Hit that like button, and I'll see you at another reading. Until then, bye now.